Who are the Manasaputras? In a sense, they are ourselves. But on the other hand, we are those vehicles who were quickened or enlightened or activated by them in our thinking or mental ability. Truly it is a mystery. But who gave us our 7 principles? Forces other than ourselves gave us 3. So they are responsible. Vice versa. Where do our 4 lower principles originate? They evolved out of ourselves, but in combination with elements drawn from nature. What about our 3 higher principles? They are each a separate entity, though united during Manvantara. Book of Light teaches, unity becomes multiplicity, resolving itself into unity. What is the difference between unity and union? Unity is things put together with head or source. Forces other than ourselves gave us 3. So they are responsible, vice versa. Where do our 4 lower principles originate? They evolved out of ourselves, but in combination with elements drawn from nature. What about our 3 higher principles? They are each a separate entity, though united during Manvantara. Book of Light teaches, unity becomes multiplicity, resolving itself into unity. Now what does the Book of Light mean by union and unity? Unity is things put together with a common head or source. But union is those things put together without head or source. Then what would be one? The monad, because indivisible. So then what are we? Union or unity? We are both unity and union. We are union concerning our lower principles, being 4. And we are unity in our 3 higher principles. That is the upper triad. The upper 3 principles form the upper triad. Where do they exist? Each on its own plane. Do we feel them? Yes, since we are in spiritual connection with them, according to our state of evolvement. What do we know of Manas, the thinking principle? That what we have assimilated of it in the 4th round, which is this round. When will our Manas be fully evolved? Not until the end of the 5th round. And by that I mean the higher Manas. Therefore, raise your consciousness from the lower into the higher. Activate your 3 higher principles. How does one race evolve out of the preceding, at the middle point of the former? At present, we are in the 5th root race. 2 races are left to complete our globe, cycle or globe, round. When and where will the 6th root race come forth? It will branch off at or from the middle of our 5th root race. Into how many races is each root race divided? Into 7 minor races and their minor divisions, all taught in Book of Light. Is the root race one of the 7? No, because that would count the primary race, or rather the primary subrace, twice. So from the primary subrace grow all the others? Yes. And therefore, the primary subrace is the true root race. And here are equations of races and their rounds. 7 root races, 1 globe round. 7 globe rounds, 1 planetary round. 7 planetary rounds, 1 kalpa. In years, 4,320,000,000 years. 7 kalpas and 7 planetary pralayas, 1 solar kalpa. So we can see here that lifetime of a planet, let us remain with planet Earth, is 4,320,000,000 years. More than half of it has passed already. How does nature repeat itself? In seasons, year after year, day and night, year after year, planet circle around each other. A repetition everywhere. Alike puts forth alike. There's also repetition of law of birth, etc. And yet everything differs from each other. There's no one atom alike. No atom. They are all different in vibration. I shall reveal now the secret of the Manasaputras. In what direction are we traveling? Inwards. Because that is where we come from. So we descended from inside? Yes. Why? Driven by desire, and in order to spiritualize matter. What is the path? We are the path. When we return, we will be higher in awareness. The monadic life wave passes down from the spiritual to the material, globe after globe, from A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. A, B, C, D downwards, and from the middle part of D upwards to E, F, and G. What is the difference between a chain round and a globe round? A chain round is a passage of 7 life waves during 7 globes once. A globe round is a traversing of any one globe by the 7 life waves. Are those the inner rounds taught in Book of Light? Yes. And the outer rounds point towards passages of life waves from, through, and into the 7 sacred planets of the ancients, etc. how many root races are there in this fourth round? Seven root races, forming the evolutionary cycle. Where are we now? Fourth subrace of our present fifth root race. To what loka belong globe A and G of the earth chain? Maharloka, globes B and F belong to Svarloka. These two lokas are etheric. Yes, these cosmic levels are etheric. The material, physical ones are for globe C and E, Bhuvarloka, and for globe D, our earth, physical, Bhurloka. All lokas interpenetrate each other. The secret of lokas and talas is revealed in the Book of Light. Am I a Bhurloka being? Yes, but the ethereal part of your constitution contains the essences belonging to all other lokas and talas, including their attributes, until down to the lowest. So beware. Is that why Book of Light teaches macrocosm reflects in microcosm and vice versa? Yes. What is an atom? Embodied thought. How can the Logos become the entire solar system, including all atoms building it? Because Logos lives, is built itself of interworking forces, influencing the physical through the ethereal. What is a loka? It is a place or locality. It inhabits rupas or forms. What is meant by a form? An atomic or monadic aggregation guided by indwelling consciousness. So then, arupa means something that has no form? That would only apply to the monad per se. Other than that, arupa is something that has no physical form, but rather a form more ethereal than a physical form. So in arupa world, we are made of ether? Yes, the arupa part of us is made of energic substance. Higher beings are enclosed in bodies of light, but not light as we know it. How many lokas are there? For now, 7 lokas. 3 of them are rupa and 4 are rupa. 3 of them are arupa and 4 of them rupa.